issues, but
I feel it.
sex is important. But man, my women have to invest in me in order for them to be in my life. They have to invest in me, and I have to. Because if I just take, man, I don't even feel good about my own manhood.
Right.
You know, as a man, I want to make sure I nurture my women. I educate my women that they come in one way and they leave more enlightened. They're like a better version of themselves as a result of being with me. You know, so they got something to take in. And here's another thing, obvious, and I'll let you talk because I'm doing a lot of talking.
No, you good.
Damn, I had something on the tip of my tongue. Oh, permanence. Guys want permanence with women, and there's no such thing as permanence.
No.
So I want guys to get used to moments with women, and you'll enjoy it more, and they'll come back to you when you understand that life is moments. So when you have a moment with a chick, the sex is the bomb. You guys send her off. You walk into your car. It felt good. Don't look to duplicate that moment because you may not. Because life is still the earth is still spinning. You know, the world keeps spinning.
Nice.
I was reading an article on Prince yesterday, how he had an island reserved for some. I think it was Cato Island.
You break it up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I guess Prince had an island that he bought an island in Caicos or something like that. If I have it correct, he bought an island over there. But check this out. Now that he's dead,
yeah,
he painted the driveway purple. It's not purple no more.
Hey, damn! Somebody bought his house. I forgot what basketball player. It had a cartoon little story about it. It was crazy. It'll come to me.
Yeah, so like the thing is like guys look for permanence with women. You know, how do I keep her, attached to me? How do I keep her interested? You cannot do that. There's no way you may think you're doing that. You're doing that because it all depends on what her current needs are.
Wow.
She needs a lot of attention because she just got over a breakup, or she's feeling miserable about some stuff going on in her job or her childhood baggage. You know, she's not getting along with her siblings. She may want you to uplift her in that moment. But check this out: when that energy bar has gone up, needs that need met, you no longer are of use to her unless you now identify her new need. That's game, bro. I mean, honestly, that is game. If you need to identify a woman's current need.
Let me tell you. I'm about to heat up.
I'll stop there.
Let me tell you why that's fire game. Because I had a conversation with baby yesterday. This is what I told her. We were talking, right? So she has kids, right? So, you know, she know my stats or whatever, right? So she told me, I wish you were my baby daddy, right? So, you know, the quick response that you would think I would say is why or hell no. No. What I told the woman was, this was just yesterday, the same one. If y'all seen the live yesterday, the same one. I told her, what part of your life? And she said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, if you wanted me to be your child's father when your first one was young, then we would have had a whole different life because you wouldn't have had these twins. Like, oh yeah. So what you're ready for something now, but 5 years ago, were you ready for something? What did you need then? And vice versa. That was just yesterday. So that's just fire game. That's that Gemini shit, man. Because I just told her, like, yeah, about when, just like me. I feel, you know what? I feel bad for women that deal with me. I really do. I mean, I feel bad. I mean, I feel good because I do uplift them and we have a good time, but it's always the same thing, brother. It's always a sense of attachment and disappointment because I be telling them that I do not want relationship. And they think it's like a game where I'm just trying to be like, let me just say some player stuff so I can get her to wheel her in. Like, no, I really don't want one. Like, I really don't. And it's just like, man, every time they think it's a game and then they ball in and it's the same story. Like, you know, and I'll be like, man, it don't, but the thing is, women will like look at it like, well, what can I do? Or what did I do? It doesn't matter if you do everything I want. I'm still not going to commit. I just can't do it. I can't. It's just not me.
Yeah, that was something. One of my best friends told me that his dad had 5 divorces, married 5 times, divorced 5 times, and he's a psychiatrist. Dad, you know what? You know what the problem is? Is you. It's not the women. It's you. He said you haven't come to terms with what you are, and you're.
Went out a little bit.
Can you hear
Go.
me?
Yeah, go ahead.
What he was saying?
Huh?
I don't know if you can hear me.
You gotta move around a little bit. You gotta put your Chelsea boots on and do that little dance, and then it'll come up.
How about? Can you hear me?
You in and out.
Damn.
Just keep talking. I don't know what you did. You was perfect at first.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm not relationship material either, man. I tried it. It's not for me. You got to come to terms with what you are, man. There's a lot of guys out here that want to be in relationships and they act like they don't because they feel like that's soft or beta, you know, to want to be with one woman. But there's a lot of benefits to being with one woman if you choose that. Mm-hmm. If you choose the right woman, you qualify her and you coach her the right way, and she's down with the program. That could be a beautiful thing, man. You know, it can be a beautiful thing because chasing women takes a lot of energy. You know, having a bunch of women in your rotation, it takes some energy, man. It takes time away from the things that are important to you. Because remember, at the end of the day, if you're just in it for sex, that's all you're gonna get out of it is a nut. That's all you're gonna get. You know, that's not to say she can't bring you over dinner, but you could feed yourself. You know, that's not to say she can't bring you companionship and conversation, but you could have that yourself with one of your good friends. Mm-hmm. You know, like so. You know, that's why I always ask guys, why do you want to be with women? You got to have a bigger agenda. You know, it's got to be bigger than the sex. It has to be bigger than the sex. For me, it has to be bigger than the sex. It's got to be spiritual. We got to pray together. We got to, you know, I'm just being honest, man. I feel like the ultimate experience for a man and a woman is to engage in everything. You know, like, you know, pray with her, you know, uplift her, you know, shit, sometimes cook for her. So what? I mean, that's showing to me, it's man skills to be able to cook for somebody, make a meal for somebody. Like, if you come over to my house, will you stay with me for a week? I'll cook for you.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. Like guys you know what? I feel like guys are too into their masculine fame, man. That's where the finesse game comes in. Like you understand it, and I understand it, but people don't understand it. Like, you know, I did an interview like a week ago. Shout out to FitX Fearless, and he's a dating coach, and he lives in Colombia, and he's a fitness model and Instagram model and stuff. And so we were talking. It was a good interview too. It was like an hour and a half. It was dope. He's like AMS, but he's African. It's pretty cool to watch. But anyway, so we were talking, and he was saying, he asked me like, what is the number one thing that I like? How did he ask me like, what's the number one thing? Like basically, if you can, when it applies to women, if you can have one quality, like looks, money, status, a body, like what would you have, you know, to be your key like thing? And I told him, I think my number one thing is my understanding of women. That trumps everything that I know. Yes. Because just that one thing, I know how to. If I see a woman and I can tell she just needs a hug, I'ma feel that, and then that's boom. So it doesn't even matter if I had looks or if I had status or if I had a six pack. She needed something, and it subconsciously told me, and I was able to provide that for her. So that's the choosing signal, man. That's the choosing signal. So I know how to do that in just different situations. Like some women, they need to be checked. They've never been checked before because they may be quote unquote so bad or so independent or whatever term you want to put, right? So what happens is she's never been told about herself. So if I could be the first person to tell her about herself, boom, now she loves me, right? So it's not a cookie cutter. It's not a one-way thing that you do it. Like, you know, That's what she needed.
That's moments, man. What that woman in what she moment, something she needed.
You breaking up again, brother?
I was thinking, once you fulfill that craving she has, because it might be someone to touch her, give her a hug, understand her for a minute, fuck the shit out of her, like you said, check her, bring her down back to earth, because the bitch has been in the clouds for 2 years, and she's been getting her ass kissed by every single guy. All of a sudden, she's like, damn, I need somebody just to hold the shit out of me. I need somebody just to bring me back down to earth, because, this is not a good place to be all up here by myself. Because when you lift a woman up like that, you pedestalize her. She's all up there alone, looking down to you.
Right.
And automatically, that's disrespect. She doesn't value that. She doesn't respect the man that does that. So, but then again, when you bring her back down, now she's down with you, if not lower, down to the ground. Right. Now and when she gets tired of that, she wants to be up again. So who does she got to go to for that? She got to go to a beta for that, a softie for that. Right. So now the alpha's now the alpha, quote, alpha, is out of the running for her now because she's back up. So it's always good to identify if a woman is up right now or down right now, and then become what's necessary to make that shit happen. So that's what real game is, man. That's what it is. If you give a woman, if a woman is on the up and she wants to stay there for a minute, meaning she wants to be pedestalized, she wants her ass kissed, she wants guys taking her out all the time and making her feel like a queen. If you come at her with alpha energy when she's at that point, she'll probably reject you.
Right.
But then you gotta wait. But if you find her that she's at that place, but she's kind of tired of being at that place, then if an alpha hits her, then it's a perfect match. It's a perfect match then. But again, that alpha is only gonna blow her back out for so long. When she comes down to the very bottom, she now needs to get that energy back up. So the alpha is out. Now the beta is back in.
Facts.
It's very important to understand that.
Yeah, man. You know what? See, that's why I'm gonna talk to you when we get off, because I'm gonna talk about Masterpiece Game. Y'all ever heard that one? Masterpiece Game. This is when you have expert level Gemini game, and you can only do Masterpiece Game when you have. No, I'm serious. Yeah, because I'm dead ass. Because bro, it
goes beyond the surface. Bro.
Yeah,
you're right. It is Masterpiece.
It's because when you're a visual thinker, it's so easy for you to paint pictures. You see what I'm saying? So when you're at Masterpiece level game, what happens is when you're able, and I know E can do this as well, and that's why he's going to relate to what I'm saying. It's going to resonate with them. You're able to create situations to display your value.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait. You're able to create them. So that way, when you're able to create these things, this is Masterpiece level, then what happens is you are able to build maximum attraction, because you can tap into, say the woman, these are her top 3 things. You're able to display these 3 things all in one whiff. See, when you can do this, that's what. Have you ever met a woman and she holds you and looks at you and exhales? This is how you get the exhale shit, fam. Masterpiece Game. When you get the ooh, because she's looking like, man, where have you been? That's the exhale. That's what she does that for. You know what I'm saying? I remember I did that on accident one time, and then I said, ooh, I kind of knew what I did, and I tried again. I said, okay, I know how to do it now.
Dude, man, every time I get to talk to you one-on-one, I just realize how brilliant your motherfucking game is, bro.
Thank you.
For real, you got some brilliant ass game. And I want guys to know. Dudes be like, if she don't give you what you want, you better charge that bitch to the game fast. And see, I don't think like that, because a man that understands women, and we got back to the word understanding women.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand where a woman is right now, you then understand where she's going to be in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a woman might reject you right now because, again, what place is she at? Is she at the top where she's a fucking princess and the queen in the clouds, and everyone is beneath her, because that's where she needs to be right now. So what you do is you identify this is her current placement.
You went out. You went out.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So you meet 9.
Uh-oh.
Damn. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So she's at the pedestal phase, Afi. You met her today, 2019, July. You notice she's at the pedestal phase. So you plant a seed for September. Okay, you plant a seed for September because in September she's gonna get tired of that phase, and she's gonna want a man to manhandle her. She's gonna want a man to be a barbarian for her. Okay, to check the shit out of her, to fuck the shit out of her, to put her in her place, so she can grow again, so she can evolve again. She can't evolve that way on a pedestal. She can't evolve. She can only evolve when she's at the bottom. That's we can all of us evolve when we're at the bottom. We never evolve at the top.
Right.
Very rarely do we evolve once we're on top. Is when we come back down. So you got to have the kind of awareness to say, I'm gonna plant a seed for July because right now she's comfortable right here. Plus, I don't even want to come to that place. And where I say you got to know what you want. So, do you want to take a woman out on dates? Do you want to give her that kind of energy? If the answer is no, then you need to plant a seed for September because trust me, this happens with all women. Their emotions change. And where she is in July is not where she's going to be when the fall comes.
Boom.
So that's what you need to plant a seed for the future. Okay. And then when you reconnect in the future, now she wants your energy. And it's very important that men understand this instead of rejecting women and saying she's a bitch.
Oh, I'm happy to heat up, E. Oh, you just struck something in me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's like good. We feed off each other's energy anyway. So when I hear guys rejecting women and calling them names and saying they ain't shit and saying they're out, hypergamy and all this stuff, it's all an excuse because you don't understand as a man what the next step should be. Oof. You don't understand. You don't know how to cultivate that. It's very true. It's all inner turmoil. It's not outer turmoil where the woman is offending you. It's the fact that you don't know how to expedite that process and how to set it up for future success. You want instant success, and life doesn't happen like that.
Right. You know what? I tell the guys, Everett Overton, that they want to take the flame when they need to really take the scenic view to get where they're going, man. They need to get on the train and skip the plane because when they get on the plane, they get there fast, but they don't know what they're doing, where they're going, and what they're supposed to do. See, when they get that train and they're in that scenic view, they're thinking, they're looking, they're evaluating, they're assessing. So by the time they get to where they're going, they have a plan now. They've learned things along the way of that journey. You see what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Second thing, step 2. Ennoble 1. Now, no shade. I modded you up just now, but I gotta check you, fam, because you said, let me see what you said. This is what you said. You said Afi has great game, real talk, especially the love language. No, fam. I don't have great game. I have expert level masterpiece game. Boss game. It's not great game. Great game is when you can meet a woman at the club or bar and smash the same night. That's great game. What me and my brother speak is not great game. I know how to tap into souls, fam. That's not great game.
Yeah.
Experts, excellent. It's different. We have to draw the line, and we have to quit. Let me just clear this up, because this didn't hold. You can't put us all on the same thing. There are levels to this shit, fam. You got to really put, just like Eddie Fuse, like you got to put respect on certain people's names. There's levels to it, man. Everybody can't go everywhere with this shit the way we can go with it. Shout out to Mr. Limbo. He said, y'all gotta super chat this right here, recognize values. Yeah, see? Yeah, Mr. Limbo's one of the biggest guys in the Manosphere, and he recognizes the value. He don't even need it the same way that y'all do, but he recognizes it. You see how it works? See how backwards that is?
Yeah, man. Shout out to all these dudes. I didn't even know we were live right
now. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. It was too good. I'm like, man, because it got onto some man shit.
Because anybody can smash, man. Very low in a mind. Turn pussy away. A lot of women give up pussy. They just want somebody to be close to them, to give them some attention. A lot of this high body count stuff, I'm gonna do a video on that too, where men are.
You went out, E. E.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I might have to call up T-Mobile, man. I'm still with T-Mobile. I've been with T-Mobile for about 2 decades, so I might have to cancel that shit. So
Cancel that bitch. Buy another one. Champagne bottle over table. New Jack City, 1991.
you know what, man? I try to take it easy on these newborns, man. These newborns, these new guys out in the game, man.
Yeah. You went out again.
These because people don't understand. I can't really condemn someone that hasn't been taught.
Yeah.
But we got the numbers from.
You went out again. How do you sort out? Here, you know what? This is just a taste. Y'all stay on for part 2. I'm gonna talk to my man.